Hey, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well on this wonderful day. So, before we begin, I'm going to ask, is my mic okay? And can you see the screen well? Okay. I'm going to assume everything is okay from my end. So, I'm going to begin today's class now. Before that, I do want to bring something up though. So today's class will be a lot faster paced, and in the foreseeable future, other classes will be at the same pace too. So I've gotten some, after taking some student requests and feedback to consideration, class will be going much faster. So you guys will probably write a lot less, but we'll be going through a lot more words. So no more three-paragraph writing, but you'll be writing one sentence and you'll only have 1 minute to do so. That way you guys will learn a plethora of new words, like more new words than in previous classes. Like the aim is to double the amount of words approximately that we learn from pre in each class. So yeah, let's begin. As always, don't use any offensive language. Okay, so here's the first word. I'd like Yutang to read out this word and the associated text with it, please.
Espouse, to adopt, support, or advocate a particular belief or cause. Also to take in marriage. Presidential candidates tend to espouse centrist causes as the election draws near.
Yeah, wonderful. Good job. Thank you, Yutang. So yeah, espouse just means to support a particular belief or cause. Now, listen carefully because it's different. Your assignment is different from previous classes. So you're going to write one sentence using this word, and you only have 1 minute to do so. Then I'll edit whatever has been posted, and you can all begin. Okay, 1 minute is up. Yeah, 1 minute goes by really, really fast. I do have one submission though. So thank you, Eric. I'll go over yours quickly. Looks like you said John espoused his new job at Walmart quickly. Yeah, good. I think it's an okay use of the word espouse, but I'd rather use it to describe a belief or in relation to a belief or a cause rather than like a career. So yeah, I think this is a fair use of it, but yeah, try to associate this word with beliefs or causes, such as like rights or laws. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to move on to the next word now in order to keep the pace of this class high. So if you have any questions about some of the words and how to use them, then you could ask me at the end of class. Okay, here's the next word. Eric, could you read out this word, please?
Euphemism is used in place of another because it's less direct, unpleasant, offensive, or blunt. Natural or saying of the touch, offensive or vulgar. You, baby. are going to be times of challenge for this company. That isn't just in Q3 with or times of possibility.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Eric. Good job. So euphemism, yeah, just a word or phrase used in place or another, and that because the original saying is offensive or too blunt or insensitive. So again, 1 minute to write out your one sentence, everyone. Okay? And you can all begin. Okay, 1 minute is up. Does anyone have any submissions? Okay, thank you, Eric. Okay, thank you, Yutang. I'll go over your submissions quickly. Hey, wonderful. These look good. So, Eric, you wrote instead of shut up, you could use a more euphemism phrase like be quiet. Good job. Use the word euphemism well, but we can get rid of more and phrase. So we could just say you could use a euphemism like be quiet. And I'll just add quotation marks here. Yeah. Okay, good job, Eric. Yutang, you wrote the term passed away is a common euphemism for died, often used to soften the impact of the news. Yeah, wonderful work, Yutang. Good job. Not seeing anything I need to fix in terms of punctuation or grammar. Yeah, wonderful work, Yutang. Great job. So let's move on to the next word now. Okay, so Yutang, could you read out this word, the definition, and the sentence, please?
Evoke, to bring to mind a memory or feeling from the past, one that carries a particular reaction of feeling. For college freshmen, first visits back to high school evoke many positive memories or sentimental feelings.
Wonderful. Thank you, Yutang. Yeah, so to evoke it basically means to remind someone of a memory or an event that happened in the past or a feeling that one felt in the past. So again, 1 minute to write out a sentence, and then I'll go through them when time is up. You can all begin now. Okay, 1 minute is up. Has everyone finished their sentence? Wonderful. Thank you, Yutang. Okay, so Yutang, you wrote the scent of freshly baked bread can evoke memories of childhood and family gatherings. Yeah, wonderful job, Yutang. Perfect sentence. Great use of the word evoke. Great sentence structure and very relatable too. Yeah, great job, Yutang. And Eric, do you have a sentence you'd like to post? Okay, thank you, Eric. Ooh, I don't know why that one is so small. So, Eric, you wrote when his mom showed him the old photos, it evoked his childhood memories. Yeah, great job, Eric. Good use of the word evoke, or in this case, evoked. Yeah, wonderful work. So, yeah, let's move on to the next word. You both did great. Okay, so Eric, could you read out this word, its definition, and the example sentence, please?
Exigent. An urgent situation requiring immediate action or attention. An unexpected development that puts more pressure on those involved. And exigency sounds like it's near synonym, emergency. Don't confuse the meaning with adjective. Exiguous, which means scanty or meager. When the woman on the plane complained of labor pains, Valentino fully understood the exigency of the situation.
Great, thank you, Eric. Just to point out, the mic on your end, it seems to be coming out a little quiet. So for next time, you could turn it up a bit. That way I could hear you more clearly. Yeah. Anyway, exigency, it basically is a noun describing an urgent need or a demand, something that needs immediate action. And once again, 1 minute to write out one sentence using this word. You can all begin. Okay, time's up. Does everyone have their sentence they'd like to post? Okay, great. Thank you, Yutang. Here we go. All right. So, Yutang, you wrote, in times of exigency, the community came together to support those in need, demonstrating the strength of their collective spirit. Wonderful job, Yutang. Great work. Yeah, use the word exigency well, and your sentence is very descriptive. Yeah, well written. Good job. Okay. Eric, do you have a sentence you'd like to share with us? Okay, thank you, Eric. Let's move to the next slide for this. Okay, so Eric, you wrote when he had a heart attack, she knew the exigency of the situation. That's not really how you use exigency. Exigency is a noun to refer to an urgent situation. You're using the word exigency like urgency, and exigency is not an adjective, while urgency is. So we can fix this by eliminating this portion of the sentence. And we could say she knew the situation, the event was in exigency. That's how we can correct it so that the use of exigency is proper. But yeah, good job. Good job anyway, Eric. Just be sure to try to use the word. Just be sure to use and apply the word as the type of words it's described as. In this case, exigency is a noun. Meanwhile, you used it as an adjective. So let's move on. Okay, here's the next word. So, Yutang, could you read out this word, its definition, and the sentence, please?
Expeditious, speedy, prompt, and efficient. My expeditious completion of all my chores meant I could leave the house immediately after dinner.
Great, thank you, Yutang. Yeah, expeditious, very simple definition. Quick, speedy, efficient. It's an adjective describing, referring to those qualities. So, again, 1 minute to write your sentence. You can all begin. Okay, 1 minute has passed. Yeah, it goes by a lot quicker than you might think. But it seems like you guys are posting sentences in a timely manner. So that's good. You're adjusting to the pace wonderfully. Yeah, great job. Thank you, Yutang. Okay, so Yutang, here's your sentence. You wrote, the team worked expeditiously to meet the project deadline, ensuring that all tasks were completed ahead of schedule. I like the use of the adverb here. Yeah, it's not exactly an adjective, but the use of it as an adverb is very well appreciated too. So great job. And yeah, I'm not seeing any corrections I need to make with your sentence. Well done. Okay. Eric, here's your sentence. Thank you. McDonald's is an expeditious restaurant. Okay, yeah. I see what you're trying to say here. I think it's good. It's a speedy, you're trying to say that McDonald's is a speedy, efficient restaurant. So first, I'm going to correct your spelling of restaurant. Okay. And yeah, I would rather talk about the staff. Like we typically use the word expeditious to not to describe like a giant restaurant, but rather we could use it to describe the staff. For example, we could say instead McDonald's has exp exp expeditious staff, referring to it's like you're saying this above sentence, but what you're saying below makes more sense in context. Like McDonald's has expeditious staff, like the people working there, They go very quickly. They're very quick at what they do, inefficient. Yeah, good attempt anyway, Eric. Good job. So, yeah, let's move on to the next word now. Okay. So, Eric, could you read out this word, its definition, and the example sentence, please? I'm sorry, I still have some trouble hearing you. Is it possible for you to turn up your microphone volume?
Expletive,
I can hear you a little bit better now.
expletive, an exclamation, interjection, or profanity. In grammar, the part of speech that conveys or expresses emotion without having a strict literal meaning, as in oh or aha. One of the editor's job was to expurgate expletives from the manuscript in order to make the final copy acceptable to all readers.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, so expletive, it's just like an exclamation or interjection or some word that is used to describe an emotion without having a literal meaning. So like oh or aha. That mean oh is for surprise. Aha me is for like realization, for example. So yeah, 1 minute to use this word in a sentence. You can all begin. Okay, everyone, time's up. Looks like I got a submission. Thank you, Yutang. Yeah, wonderful. I'll get the screen unpaused in a second. Yeah, great. So Yutang, you wrote the movie was so intense that I couldn't help but let out an expletive when the twist was revealed. Yeah, very creative use of the word. Great job, Yutang. It's wonderful. Nothing I need to fix either. Okay, so Eric, do you have a sentence that you'd like to share? I'm I might have to move on to the next word now to keep time. But just as an example of how you could use that word. So let's see. When she stubbed her toe, she let out a bunch of expletives. Yeah. So like she could be saying ow, ooh, ow. Those are examples of expletives. So you could use it in context of this sentence. When she stubbed her toe, she let out a bunch of expletives. Ow, ooch, e. Yeah. So let's move on to the next word now. Okay. And Yutang, could you read out this word, its definition, and the example sentence, please?
Expurgate, to cleanse something like a book of music lyrics, a material that is vulgar, obscene, or otherwise objectionable. A very fancy way to say censor. The Federal Communications Commission motivates broadcasters to expurgate offensive material by levying fines on stations that receive complaints from listeners.
Wonderful. Thank you, Yutang. So expurgate, it doesn't mean to literally clean something like scrub it or use soap or water to clean. Rather, when expurgate is meant to cleanse something, expurgate, it means to censor or remove bad language or vulgar material. So removing swear words, for example. So yeah, I'll give you 1 minute once again to write out a sentence that uses this word. You can all begin. Okay, time's up, everyone. Do you have sentences to post? Okay, thank you, Yutang. I'll just indicate that it's yours. Okay, thank you, Eric. Okay, I'll post yours after I go through Yutang's because there's not enough space on this slide. So, Yutang wrote, the editor had to expurgate several controversial passages from the manuscript to ensure it was suitable for a younger audience. Yeah, great use of the word expurgate. And I'm not seeing anything I need to modify. So, good job, Yutang. Well done. And now I'll go through Eric's submission. So, Eric, looking good. You wrote, you need to expurgate the windows once a month or they will collect a lot of dust. I get what you're trying to say with expurgate, but expurgate doesn't mean, I mentioned this when describing the definition of the word. It doesn't mean to literally clean something, like to clean dust off or to clean stuff with soap or to get rid of mud or filth. So when you use the word expurgate, you're saying you're cleaning something out, you're getting rid of material that is vulgar or offensive or controversial. So like we'd use it in the context of removing swear words, for example. So as an example, we could say you're going to have to expurgate the swear words out of your song so that the whole family can listen to it. Yeah, again, expurgate means to means to cleanse something of material that is vulgar, obscene, or objectionable. So stuff like swear words, you're saying, when you're saying expurgate, you're saying to get rid of swear words, to get rid of vulgar material, to get rid of offensive language, not to literally clean things or scrub things. So the sentence you provided using the word expurgate, it doesn't apply to the example you use, but that's okay. It's okay. Now you probably know how to use the word better now, and I think it's a good thing. So yeah, good job anyway, Eric. The sentence was written well. You just didn't use expurgate correctly. Okay, so now Eric, could you read out this word, the definition in the example sentence, please?
Extenuate. To make a mistake, fault, or error seem less serious by providing mitigating excuses. Dylan managed to externate his tardiness and avoid a week's detention.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Eric. So extenuate is a verb that means to cause an offense to seem less serious or cause a situation to seem like less serious than it actually is. For example, like downplaying the fault or error that you did. Yeah, so a little bit of tricky word to use. I'll still give you only 1 minute to write out a sentence anyway. Just try your best, everyone, and you can get started now. Get started now. Okay, time's up, everyone. Do you all have sentences that you'd like to share? Mm, You Tang. Though it appears that you submitted the sentence that you used previously. This is identical to what you posted before. So I'll just cross all that out. Yeah, okay, that's a lot better. Yeah, thank you, Yutang. You must have just accidentally posted the wrong thing. That's okay. So yeah, Yutang, you wrote, she tried to extenuate her mistake by explaining the circumstances that led to it. Yeah, good job, Yutang. Good use of the word extenuate. And nothing I need to correct once again. Great job. Okay, so Eric, do you have a sentence you'd like to post? If not, I could provide an example of how you could use it. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Eric. Okay, so you wrote Harry extenuate his failed test by saying everyone failed and it was hard. So yeah, this is a good use of the word extenuate too, though I'd write it out as extenuated. Or you could say, instead of extenuated, you could say Harry attempted to extenuate his failed test by saying everyone failed it and it was hard. And I would also add that and over here and that over here. Yeah, great writing, Eric. Good job. Just have to watch the way you use your grammar. That's all you really needed to do for this sentence. Okay, so next word. You're all doing great. Yutang, could you read out this word, the definition in the example sentence, please?
Extrapolate, to use known facts as a starting point and then draw conclusions about something unknown. To estimate by examining unknown values that fall outside a range of known variables. Crime scene investigators are known for their abilities to extrapolate information about a victim's last hours based upon forensic evidence.
Forensic. Yeah, great job, Yutang. Thank you. So extrapolate just means to use what is already known as a starting point for an investigation and then making conclusions based off of what you know about something that isn't known. So yeah, another tricky word to use, but I'm very certain that you guys will do well in writing a good sentence using this word. Again, 1 minute to write, and you can all begin. Okay, time's up. Does everyone have their sentences ready? Ah, okay. Thank you, Yutang. I'll go over your sentence quickly. Okay, so Yutang, you wrote, there we go. Yutang, you wrote, researchers often extrapolate data trends to predict future outcomes. I think I forgot to copy a period over there, but yeah, this is a great use of the word extrapolate. Fits very well with the context of the sentence. Well written. Great job, Yutang. Okay, Eric, do you have a sentence you'd like to share with us? Okay, I might have to move on to the next word then, but just as seeing as we have some time, I'll provide another example. So we could say it would be dangerous to extrapolate trends from this small s- data. Yeah, it would be dangerous to extrapolate trends from this data for any particular reason. But yeah, just an example. And yeah, this will be the last word we go through. So, Eric, could you read out this word, the definition and example sentence, please?
Fa facet, a component, dimension, or aspect of several parts. One phase of a cut, stone, or smooth polished surface. In order to do well on the history exam, Jay had to study all facts of the Civil War and then the antebellum period.
Great. Thank you, Eric. I did notice that you pronounced this word as facts. It's facet, remember. So it would be said as facets. Yeah. So facet, a component, dimension, or aspect. It's like one of several parts. So yeah, 1 minute to write out a sentence. You can all begin. Okay, 1 minute has passed. I see one submission. Thank you, Eric. One moment. Yeah. Okay, so I'll go over your sentence, Eric. Okay. Thank you, Eric. So you wrote the history is facet into one whole chapter about ancient Egypt and one whole chapter about ancient China. I think you're trying to say faceted, which would be a verb or adverb. But yeah, I think this is a good job, Eric, though I would have rather have seen you use the word facet as a noun rather than see you try to use it as a verb or an adverb. So who to fix this to make it used as a noun is we could say the history is divided into several facets. And to clarify, we could just say, well, we're talking about ancient Egypt and ancient China, so we could say world history. And we could get rid of into, add a comma here, and then I'll write there is. There is one whole chapter about Egypt, one whole chapter about China. Okay. But yeah, great attempt, Eric. Good job. Just try to use the word as it's described as, in this case, a noun. All right. And I'll go over Yutang's submission. Got to indicate that it was you who submitted it. 1 second. Okay, wonderful. So, Yutang, you wrote the successful project highlighted every facet of teamwork from communication to collaboration. Yeah, wonderful job, Yutang. Great use of the word facet, very creative application. No, nothing I need to modify. Yeah, great job. You wrote that very effectively. Awesome. So, yeah, we're a little bit over time. I apologize for that. But yeah, this was a great class. You all did spectacular. I was I wasn't too worried about the change of pace regarding you all. You guys are pretty quick and effective writers. But yeah, I'm glad to see there were no issues with the pace of the class anyway. So if you guys have any questions at the end, then you could ask them. But otherwise, have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you all next weekend. Have a great rest of your day.